Hi everybody. I have a couple projects to share with you guys, and then kind of just a little brainstorm that I wanted to share with you guys. I'm really excited about it, so I just thought I would share it with you guys. I know it's kind of weird. But anyway, so I'll show you my projects first, and then if you guys don't want to hear about my idea, my brainstorm, then you can just turn off the video. So first of all, I made this little card, and I used one of my gorgeous girls. She is the Puddles of Love stamp. And a while back on the Stamping Bella here on YouTube, they had done a challenge where they challenged you to make an all-white card except for your image. And I kind of participated in it then. I mean, I didn't like submit anything or anything like that, but I tried it and I fell in love with the technique, and so every once in a while I'll go back to it. And with this one, I used just plain white cardstock pretty much all the way around. I used my Swiss Dots Cuttlebug folder on the background of the card base. And then I did these little rolled roses. This is from the My Favorite Things Dynamics. And I did add a little punch of yellow ribbon, which I know the whole idea is to keep everything white except your image, but I like to add a little pop of color with the ribbon too. And then I colored her in black and gray, and then just added like a little yellow border around her, so just to make her stand out a little bit better. So I did that, and I did sew around the image as well. First time I've done that with my sewing machine. I've used it on my layouts, but not cards yet. And then on the inside, I just added a little strip of yellow paper, and then I sewed along the edge of that also, and I actually messed it up. I got it like right on the edge, so it kind of looped around that paper. But it's okay, I'm going to leave it. So, and then on the inside over here, you get the reverse of the Swiss Dots, so that adds some you know, decoration or whatever on the inside, and then the ribbon too. So there's that. And then I have a couple layouts. This first one, I'm not quite sure how I feel about it yet. Here it is. I used a bunch of Echo Park papers, and then this background paper is Basic Gray from their Basics line. I used a sketch, layout sketch, to kind of figure out how I wanted to do this layout, and I have a hard time following sketches, but I really tried to follow it, and maybe that's why I'm not sure about it, because it's not all me and my own creativity. It's someone else that came up with it and I copied it. So it's sometimes hard for me to do sketches, but anyways, so I layered a few papers. This green stripe is from the Dots and Stripes by Echo Park. This striped paper is from the Playground by Echo Park, and then these little circles are from different Echo Park lines. There's some Little Boy, some Dots and Stripes, and then I have a few of these little star ones that I think are from My Mind's Eye. I'm not positive. So I just did some photos of my son riding his bike. So there's that one, and then this one in the middle of the circle kind of border type thing in the middle. The title is That's How I Roll. That's a sassafras sticker that I had, and I kind of attempted to do sorry about that. Anyways, I kind of sort of not really did like a stamped border here with my Allie Edwards stamps. I did this one. It says Go Out and Play, Good Times, Playing, Life is Good, Great Kid. So I didn't really do it, but I did stamp kind of randomly on that green sheet. So and then also along these circles I stitched before I popped these ones up and this one, so they're stitching across some of them all across there. So that's that one. Like I said, I'm not too sure about that one. And then there's this one. It's another Wander layout. For some reason, I'm kind of obsessed with the Wander collection right now. I've actually had it for quite a while, and I was saving it for a project for my California mini album, if you guys remember that. And so I kind of felt like I had to save it for that, and then I just decided that I'm not going to do a mini album on it. I'm just going to scrapbook the pictures from that trip. And so I felt like I could finally use the collection. So I've been using it on some layouts, and then on my other brainstorm project that I'm going to share with you in a second, I'm doing more of it. So anyways, I used the darker blue paper from this collection. I really, really like this collection, or this blue paper. The title is Those Who Wander Are Not Always Lost. And I don't remember where I found that quote. It sounds like a man quote, like, you know, I'm not lost, I'm exploring or wandering. But anyways, I liked the quote, and the picture is of my two boys holding hands, and they're kind of just walking off together, and I just think it was super cute. So, and then I pretty much just did two little clusters of embellishments here. These are all from Basic Gray Wander, the sticker sheet, or yeah, I think they're mostly from the sticker sheet. This little tag right here is another one of those little yellow bicycle tags that Nicole gave me in my swap package, and I just stamped the date there. And then this little baggage claim tag is a stamp from the Girls Papery, and then this one is also, and I just stamped those two onto some of the paper from the collection. And then I sewed along the edges of this paper. This paper right here, the blue paper, is actually from the out of print. It had a map on it, and I was thinking more of it would show, but it doesn't. But I really like the text anyways, so that works. But I did a zigzag stitch all the way around there. You can see it kind of goes into the bottom of the photo there too. And I wasn't really thinking before I started to sew. And I got to this point and I was like, oh crap, you know, it's going to sew right over my son's head. So I had to lift the photo up and then sew underneath, but it's okay. So it's on the bottom but not on the top. And then my other cluster over here, it just says you are here, and the other half of the Girls Papery stamp, some more stickers, and then I did sew just a few straight stitched lines right through these embellishments. I did it up here too, I don't know if you can see it. I just basically just sewed right over the top of them. And my sewing machine did pretty well. I think as long as you kind of keep the adhesive toward the middle of your stuff, if you put adhesive down, it works fine. Just, you know, you don't really want to get the adhesive in there elsewise. Elsewise. What kind of word is that? Otherwise, your sewing machine will not be very happy and your needle will get all gunked up. But as far as with the stickers, it worked fine. These are Basic Gray micro and mono stickers. These are actually the ones that Nicole gave me in my swap package too. So yeah, that's my layout again. And then for my brainstorm, I am going to be having another nephew here pretty soon in July. And I wanted to make a mini album. I didn't make any mini albums for her other two boys because I wasn't super into scrapbooking at the time that they were born. And I really, really like to make minis for people who are having kids. I don't know why, I just really like it. It's a lot of fun. That's pretty much the only reason why I make minis anymore. But I'm in love with the Wander collection, and I felt like just because it's all travel-y, you know, it's got cars and planes and trains and all that kind of stuff, and I kind of feel like all that stuff is like boyish. So I decided I'm going to make a mini using that collection, and I do have a few things left from what I had before, but I did go ahead and order some more of the Wander collection. I'm going to be doing just a little 6x6 mini, and one of the things that I'm super excited about is I have this book, and I actually found this book at the dollar store, and it's by Paper Art Workshop. It's called Celebrating Baby. And I wasn't super fond of this book actually, but there was one project in here that I wanted to remember. Let me see if I can find it really quick. I don't know if I can. But it's like a little announcement. Here it is right here. It's a little announcement set for a baby, obviously. And it's got kind of like a construction type theme to it. So here's the actual announcement. It's like backed on a blueprint paper. And it says, introducing our newest home improvement project. groundbreaking. It has the date. It has like square footage and weight, and it has their height and weight. And then it has like previously completed construction projects, and then it has the siblings. So I just think it's really cute. So I actually saved this book because I'm waiting for my other brother to have his first kid because, which he's not pregnant at all, and I don't think they'll have kids for a while, but whenever he does, I want to make something with this type of theme. And here's like little pocket with little sawdust and little tiny tools and stuff in it. Here's a little paint can with little the little paint sample things here. It's just really stinking cute. But my brother is a contractor, and so, you know, he builds homes and pretty much builds anything for you. But it's really stinking cute. So I saved this book just for that. And I'm so glad I did because I found this little luggage tag, and I'm going to use this on my Wander Mini, and it's really stinking cute. It says, I don't know if you can read it, but it says additional baggage to declare. This is a little baggage or luggage tag. And this is kind of just a generic thing, but it says Matthew Thomas Mason what does it say? Touchdown at 7:43 a.m. on January 17th, 2005. St. Jude Hospital landing strip attendants reported that his weight of 7 pounds 5 ounces and length of 21 inches qualify him for carry-on status. And I think that's so stinking cute. And then it says, parents Lisa and Ken are delighted to have this new traveling companion and are looking forward to a delightful journey. So how stinking cute is that? I know this is made to be an announcement, and what I'm planning to do is make my mini, and I want to see if I can find online like a little either paper mache or wood box that I can kind of alter and put my mini inside of it, and probably put a little luggage tag that has this information on that, just as a little tag. And they haven't decided on his name yet, so I'm probably going to have to wait. She's due in July, so I probably won't have to wait very long till he's born. But I do have to wait till they decide a name to do my tag. But I just think it's so stinking cute. So, anyways, so there's that. And I've pretty much pulled all kinds of stuff for my mini. I don't think I've ever had this much stuff already, like, together for a mini. But I pulled it all together. So I've got the rest of my Wander pieces. I've got some old rub-ons from the Oliver collection that I might use. There's some little gears and stars and arrows and stuff in here that I might use. I didn't get the rub-ons from the Wander, so I figured I'd use what I have. Some more little rub-ons. I thought these would be cute. These little things would be cute, like coming out from a car or something, like little smoke things. I don't know. This is from the Oliver collection too. I have this little stamp that says, probably can't see it, it says caution milestone ahead, and I thought that would be cute. And then this one says you rock, but I don't know if I'll use that one or not. But this one I thought would be perfect. I'm going to be using a ton of stamps. I've got this one, I'm not sure if I'll use that or not, but I've got my good times, because it says growing, laughing, playing, memories, all that kind of stuff. My sweet baby from Allie Edwards. My loving words from Allie Edwards. This one is by Sassafras, and I just pulled it out because it's got a bunch of gears and stuff in it, so I might use that. I'm not quite sure yet. That one's called I Heart Robots. This one is It's in the Details by Allie Edwards. And then this one is Quinn's ABCs by Lawn Fawn, and I'm going to be using this on the cover to just put baby boy. I'm going to paper piece that on the front. This one is Basic Gray. It's from the Lime Ricky, but I liked the arrows in it, so I pulled it. And then this one is the Girls Papery. This is the stamp set that I just showed you that I used on my other page, and so I used this stamp and this stamp, but there's arrows and clocks and little journaling tags, little airplanes, arrows, lots of different things on here that I'll use. I'm going to use my cinch to bind it, so I pulled this green these green wires that I have. I'm not sure if I'll use the green. I do have black or white too if I want to change my mind once it's all together. Sorry about that, guys. That was my phone. And then I've got a bunch of, or not a bunch, but I've got some leftover stuff from the Wander collection that I already had. So I've got a bunch of papers that I already cut down to 6x6. These are actually 12x12. And I just ordered the 6x6 pad to use also. I've got some chipboard pieces that I'm thinking I might use, some little gears or papers. And then I've got, whoops, what's left of the sticker sheet, which I just ordered another one of these too because it's pretty much gone. And then I pulled this one out too, but I don't know if I'll use it. I thought if anything I'll probably use this one with the gears. So that's all. I know that was kind of weird, and it's kind of weird that I'm showing you all my stuff that I want to use, but I will show it to you when it's all done. I'm hoping to get the stuff that I ordered by the end of this week or early next week. I seen that it probably won't be shipped out till Wednesday or Thursday, so I don't know if I'll get it by the end of this week or not, but I am going to do that. And I just think that this little luggage tag is, I had the idea for the mini before I even remembered about this tag being in here, so it just went perfectly, and I'm really excited to do that for my brother and his wife. So anywho, sorry for all the rambling and all the interruptions, but I just wanted to share it with you guys because I'm excited to do it. And if any of you guys, if you guys have any more ideas for this album, please feel free to either PM me or comment me or anything, because I am just open for suggestions. I'm really super excited about this mini though, and I'll definitely show it to you guys when it's all done. Maybe even kind of in between phases, I don't know, it just depends on how I feel. But that's just my little brainstorm. I know it's kind of weird for people to share like what they're thinking of doing, but I am going to do it, so I'm excited. But anyways, thanks for watching, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye!